Sul Simmers, my name is Darth Jeswick and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be building a tiny home for a single mother-to-be. You might actually be seeing more of this house because I kind of want to do a small little let's play with a sim that I created for this. Not the sim that's doing the playtesting for this build, but a different sim. But I thought it would be really fun. I really like living in tiny homes. They're really nice. You get a lot of extra perks for it, so I build a lot of them. But I don't really do a lot of family gameplay, and I kind of want to do that just for my YouTube a little bit because I always build, and I kind of want to do it in the same style that I've been doing, like the little one-off episodes that I've been doing, like the little motel let's play with the mold, and the Christmas one, as well as the My Wedding Scenario episode that I did a couple weeks ago. And make it like a little TV series where you see how she got pregnant and then, she has the baby and then so on and so forth. I just think it'd be fun. But if you have any other suggestions for little one-off episodes like that, then feel free to leave them in the comments below. Even if it's an aspiration from a pack that you don't have, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll try to speed run it and make an episode out of it. Or even if it's one of the scenarios. Some of the scenarios can be kind of weird, but they're kind of fun to try out. And I always appreciate the feedback just in general. I've also noticed that we're up to 93 subscribers now, so welcome in if you're new here. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by March 23rd because that's my birthday and you guys really helped out. Thank you. We're going to be getting into the build right now though. We're working on the living room here. I'm using these Dream Home Decorator couches because they kind of slot perfectly into this little alcove for the living room. And then I'm just putting some placeholder furniture in the bedrooms for now until we can really figure out what kind of budget we have by the time we get most of our furniture in here. I'm using some base game counters in the kitchen, but I'm also going to use these Snowy Escape appliances because they have better food ratings and the base game appliances. And then I'm going to go in with some matching base game chairs and a table because it's the cheapest stuff that I could afford right now that still looked somewhat decent. And then I skipped the upper cabinets for now because we didn't have the budget for them. I think they're 200 simoleons a piece and I didn't want to waste 800 simoleons on cabinets. And instead we could have this really nice shower with a bathtub because we need to be able to wash the baby. And then I'm adding a base game toilet and then the tiny living sink. I just love the tiny living sink. It's honestly my favorite sink ever. But this is the nursery here. I've got our crib and the diaper changing station in here, as well as a little giraffe statue. I think I end up deleting the giraffe because I needed the money for something else. But when we actually start playing, I'll, furnish it as we go, add more decorations because it's very, very basic. I also think I'm going to have the mom be a stay-at-home mom who writes books and sells them herself because we can get royalties from that way and we can make a ton of money. The only downside to writing is that it just takes a really long time for your Sims to do. So I am going to set a couple lot traits to help with that. We have the fast internet lot trait, the home studio lot trait, as well as the homey lot trait. And some of them are for painting and writing. And the lot traits really help, especially in tiny homes. They make your skills go you could max a skill in 2 days in a tiny home, I swear to God. Especially if you're just having them constantly do it. It's insane how tiny homes are. And they're perfect if you're trying to do a super sim challenge or something like that where you have to max every single skill. They're just super good. And the only downside is that they are small. That's the only downside. I've seen people fit up to 8 Sims in a tiny home though. It's really cramped, but they did it. But we're going to be moving on to the landscaping really quickly. I was really low on money. I only had 136 simoleons left, so I used a ton of debug landscaping because it's all free, and it's the easiest way to do starter homes and still have them look somewhat decent because a house on an empty lot with no landscaping just looks a little odd. And the debug decorations can be accessed by using the cheats bb.show hidden objects and bb.show live edit objects if you didn't know that. And that cheat gives you access to everything that's in the world, including the shells of the houses that are behind us. And it even gives you access to things like the TV remote that the Sims need to turn on the TV and the fire extinguishers that they need to put out fires, which is pretty cool. We have a fire extinguisher decoration from Get to Work, but if you only have the base game and you really want to spice up your gameplay, then I would highly recommend using the debug objects because they're really cool. The last thing we're going to do here is add a few little rocks because this little rock rock object I think is actually really cool, and I would love if they added it to the regular build by catalog, and then add some terrain paint because I try to do my terrain paint last so that it doesn't glitch out on me. That is just about all for today's speed build. We should be getting to the tour in just a few seconds here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button because it really helps out. I try to upload a couple videos a week, so subscribe and hit the bell button to get a notification every time I post a new video. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next video. Dag dag!